All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Awakened Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here. I'm your host, shefaliburns. If you're new to me, new to my show, new to my channel on YouTube, please do subscribe so you can take advantage of all the current shows, all the previous shows, all the shows coming up. It is my deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring to you these amazing speakers who are sharing their wisdom, their teachings, their processes, their mini readings, their healings, etc., so that we can all thrive, so that we can all awaken to happiness now. And so today we have a brand new guest on the show, brand new speaker on our platform. And so we have Dr.Safiya with us, and we're going to be talking about listening to the body, intuitive writing as a path to healing and conscious awakening. So some of what we're going to talk about today is how the body registers experience before the mind understands it. Insight alone is not integration. Intuitive writing regulates the nervous system. Ancestral memory lives in your cells. And when you create space between stimulus and response, healing becomes possible. And writing creates pause, and pause creates choice, and choice creates freedom. So Dr.Safiya, I really hope I'm saying the name properly. I keep messing it up, I can tell. Will guide us through an embodied automatic writing experience. And as time allows, she's going to be offering some intuitive mini oracle card readings as well for our live participants. And so for those of you who may not know, Dr. Safiya, I think I got that right. Dr. Safiya is an author, therapeutic writing practitioner, quantum story healer, and founder of Wisdom Source Healing. A fifth-generation Bedouin healer, she blends somatic writing, intuitive energy work, and ancestral wisdom to empower individuals to release deep emotional blocks, regulate nervous system overwhelm, and reconnect with their inner truth. So Dr. Safiya's transformative approach invites people to access the body's wisdom, unlock subconscious storylines, and activate clarity, freedom, and purpose from within. And her work supports emotional resilience, expanded consciousness, and a life lived with greater authenticity, ease, and joy. So everyone, please join me in welcoming Dr. Safiya to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shefali. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a great honor. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for being, and if you can, please just say your name again for me, because I know I've said it different ways through that whole introduction.
You said it mostly right. It's Dr. Safiya.
Safiya. Okay, perfect. So, because this is the first time that you are on our show, if you could just take a few minutes and share with us your healing journey and how you came to, well, you're a fifth generation Bedouin healer, but how you came to work on this path of intuitive writing, healing, intuitive reading, conscious awakening, etc.
Thank you. It has been a journey. So I was born and raised in Morocco, then moved to the States for my studies. I completed a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, then got a PhD in Literature and Languages. And professionally, everything looked absolutely grandiose and beautiful. My parents were really happy. I taught for 17 years in colleges and universities, both in North America and Spain. And then the burnout happened because I wasn't going the way I was supposed to. Professionally, it was still fine, but personally wasn't good at all. I had two failed marriages, emotionally and physically abusive relationships, one after the other. Then I became a hermit. So it was a pretty tough journey until 2020. When I finally met my mentor online, because everybody was doing this work online starting 2020. And that's when I went back to to the source, to my origins, to my Bedouin healer's ancestry, and just regain all the knowledge that they shared with me when I was little, but that I had forgotten. And I finally was able to just find my true purpose and my calling. So I heard it and listened to it this time. I am also an author, so I love writing. I've been writing since I was a little girl, and it always was an escape for me. So it was always helpful. And until later, I just discovered different therapeutic writing processes. And one of them was intuitive writing, which is automatic writing. And if you don't know what automatic writing is, it's very simple. It's basically you just start writing without stopping. So it's a stream of consciousness, and you make sure that you use filler words, you use anything to just keep on writing, so it bypasses the thinking mind, and then you can reach deeper messages. So that really helped me to know that I wasn't alone, that I could find answers within me or around me with this way. So, and that's how I combined computer science, seeing the body and mind as hardware and software, and my storytelling certificates and classes and courses that I've taken for 10 years just came handy when I was just talking about stories, and especially the embodied stories, those stories that are in our bodies.
Beautiful. I love it. And of course, intuitive writing or automatic writing is not new to us. I think some of us have done it. I've done it. I do it as well. But it takes practice, right? It takes practice to get out of your own way and to trust yourself, trust what's coming through, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's really the first time you do it, the thinking mind is so powerful. It's still a mind. The body is small in comparison to the entire body, but it's just the one bossing around. So it wants to take control because it gets really afraid, like this limiting beliefs, this fear of losing control that comes up whenever you have to let go and let something deeper come out. So you're trying to force it at the beginning, right? Like, the more you write, you're trying to already see what you're going to say, force the message that is supposed to come out. So it really takes some practice, but then once you start trusting your intuition, trusting yourself that you can actually do it, it becomes easier, and then you receive more timely or timeless messages that are really helpful and that only you can have, right? Because it all depends on your unique perspective, your unique life, your unique DNA. So those messages are specifically for you, and that's the way to reach them.
I mean, that is so spot on. I love it. And it becomes a practice and a process of trusting yourself and trusting the body as well. So today we're talking about listening to the body, intuitive writing as a path to healing and conscious awakening. So when we're talking about listening to the body and combining intuitive writing with that, the automatic writing with that, what do you mean exactly?
So I mean that the most honest part in us or of us is the body. The body doesn't lie. When it hurts, when it's sending signals, usually it's for a reason, and most of the time we don't listen, but we should be listening. Not that we like the word should be doing something, but we need to be listening, because the body records every experience we've ever had, right? Like, it's the mind has moved on, we forgot about it, but the body is storing it somewhere in our cells. And for example, it comes back when you're triggered and you feel a tightness in the throat or just tension in the chest. And that could be the lived experience that is still there, right? Like, and it's also moments of joy. It also records that. So it has those vibrations, those frequencies that you can return to. But it's really hard with the thinking mind to just think of that, to stop, to pause long enough to listen. So it's just that we're so used to rely on logic, on memory, on pattern recognition, that it's hard for us to just rely on sensation and instinct, right? But the body is there. It's always sending signals. And not only the heart, we listen to the heart more, and we try to listen to the intuition, but every single part of the body has a message for us. And to reach it, to pause, to have enough time to listen to that message, that's when intuitive writing comes in, automatic writing comes in, because it kind of forces you to be patient, to sit in silence with you, and preferably write in longhand with a pen, because it really creates different patterns in the brain when you write longhand. And it's also the rhythm, the ritual. Whenever you're writing, it just creates this pause and this rhythm that is allowing you to go deeper. So that's a way to listen to the body, instead of just trying to do it with the thinking mind, because then when the thinking mind takes over, we're just trying to figure out solutions that we don't have because we only know so much.
Absolutely. And so, like you say, the body registers the experience before the mind can even understand it. And I know that we have all experienced this when it comes to stress. So I had, stored a lot of stress in my body. I knew I was stressed out, but I couldn't, I didn't have the time at the time to deal with it, right? It's like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep doing, I gotta take care of business. Come on. I'm gonna, business meaning life and stuff, right? But that all that energy, all that stress was stored in the body. And then when I was able finally to able to work on it, process it, that's when it came up to the surface and said, okay, now you need to deal with this. And that's what happened partly last summer's fall, etc. Right. So sometimes the body does not understand exactly what is happening. But even so, the body knows what's happening, and the body is storing that information in our cells so that we can retrieve it, right?
Exactly. So sometimes we even know about the patterns, right? Like we know what triggers us. But then if we don't have enough time to action, so automatically we get a reaction. So when you do the intuitive writing, when you do when you start listening to the body, it just it leads you to integrate the practice, integrate like what you learned that is just in the mind into physically healing the body. So it's just that we think about learning and getting more knowledge and understanding ourselves more. But then when the triggers, when they come, it's very hard sometimes to stop the reaction, even if you know what's going on. And of course, awareness is everything. It's 50% of the work done. But the other 50%, that's what intuitive writing is for me, another tool to allow this integration and the start of the healing and the process.
Absolutely. And what do you mean by the intuitive writing regulates the nervous system? Is it because when you are doing the writing, uh, the information is coming up from the body to be released, and so then the nervous system is getting calmed down because the energy is coming up, the information is coming up, the trauma or whatever happens to be is coming up?
It starts from the beginning. When we start writing, it asks you to pause and listen and be in silence. So it's already just that pause is giving the nervous system some space, right? Like, between the trigger and the reaction. So it is a bridge, right? Like, from the energetic to the physical. So whatever emotion is there, you're just giving it an outing. So it can come out. When it comes out by the ink, you can energetically, and by setting the intention that you're actually pouring down some of that, some of those entanglement that is in the body that you're trying to loosen, and through the actual act of writing. So even when you sit down to write, and then you're writing about something that triggers you or that hurt you before, and you notice that nothing has happened, right? Like, you're writing it down, you're exteriorizing it from your body, and you're writing it, and the body register that is safe. So it starts learning that even thinking about this experience is still safe, right? Like, and so little by little, by the act of writing and getting those messages and writing about those emotions and putting them on paper, the body updates the expectation. So the triggers are less strong or less hurtful, and little by little, you can start, the body starts to soften, right? Instead of just go on reactive mode, on freeze or flight.
So when we're doing the intuitive writing, we're not reliving the experience again.
That's where sometimes you have to handle it slowly, but just when somebody feels that it's too much, then they stop listening to the body again. We start with setting the intention, and it takes time. It's like baby steps. I set the intention, I'm going to write about this. If you don't feel like, you can actually put it out there, you stop, you pause, and you go back to it. But it's just by little, whenever you start, you just setting the intention and having the awareness, the magic start unfolding, because the body is also, it cures itself, it heals itself, right? Like when you have a cut, you leave it, you help it with something, with some medicine, but then it can, or herbs, and then it heals. So the same for the emotions, right? Like, but you just have to give it this space. And in today's world, we're all about getting, like you were saying before, you didn't have time to stop. That was a story you were telling yourself. You could have stopped for 5 minutes, and those are the overachievers, overdoers. And that's what happened with them in my family. My mother was one, my sister is. So it's just the stories that you tell yourselves and saying nobody else can do it. And most of the time it's true, nobody else can do it, but that's why we need you to stay longer to do it. So it's by going slowly, by taking those 5 minutes here and there, that you can actually that you're helping yourself, right, and helping others at the same time, and getting the results you're seeking.
Yeah, we do tend to tell a lot of stories to ourselves, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And those embodied stories, some of them are very beautiful, very good, they're encouraging, but others are limiting. And that's what the work we do, that's what we're trying to rewrite. And that's why my work is about rewriting your embodied stories.
Yeah, awesome. And so you were talking about the ancestral memory lives in your cells, of course, because your ancestors are in your DNA, right? So the ancestral memory lives in your cells. How can that be a benefit to us? Can that be a benefit to us?
It can, yes, definitely. It's always the more knowledge, the more stories, the better. And we just have to learn from them. Some of them are very good and beautiful with a happy ending, and we love it. And some of them are didactic stories, like, here to teach us something. So again, because our ancestors live in our DNA, we know that scientific research that shows that emotional patterns, some survival responses can be passed through generation. So the body remembers both the lived experience and the inherited experience. So with the lived experience, we can still work with it, but what about the inherited ones, right? Like, so you may respond to situation like the way your ancestors faced it and responded, because it went through your DNA. So you don't understand why. You just, you have, the body is carrying some memories that are not really yours, that the mind cannot comprehend. So so even if you're not aware of those stories, they can shape your instinct and your instinctive reactions. So that's why I think it's very useful to use this intuitive writing to go down that path and just see and try to get messages from the DNA that has been passed on by our ancestors, and just discover all this treasure box, right? Like with all this wisdom. And with the energy work that we do, the energy healing, we actually tend to just we don't erase anything, we don't delete anything, because all the experiences are useful, no matter how hurtful and painful they are all part of a bigger image that you are supposed to become. So I don't really believe that there's bad luck or it's all about how you see it, because everything that happened to me in my life shaped me to become this person, to come and to actually guide others into healing the same way I did. So it's about when you go down in those by intuitive writing, you get to reach those messages, those stories, and with the energy healing work, you just you don't leave them again, right? Like, you just remember them as lessons and as wisdom, as experiences that you learned from. So you're keeping all the good things from the ancestor and your lived experiences, and just letting all the hurt and the painful emotions just slide and let go and released, because they've done their part. You learned a lesson. Now you can move on just with the wisdom that you gained.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because all of our experiences, including our ancestral experiences, our past life experiences, etc., have brought us to who we are now, have made us who we are now. It is a result of all of that. There's nothing good, there's nothing bad. It just is what it is, right?
Yes.
So you also talk about creating space between the stimulus and the response, and that's when healing becomes possible. So, yeah, because you normally, when there's some sort of stimulus, we're just going into reaction mode, right? So
Yes.
we're not able to process it in the moment, right? So this writing can help us to create that pause. For me, I'm seeing it not just as a pause, but stretching out that time, that place, that space for the healing to take place. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it like stretching it out so that the healing can place in that in that space, which is interesting that you can do that through the automatic intuitive writing.
Yes. So again, baby steps. So the first time it's action reaction, but then the more you're aware of it, the better you become at when you feel the trigger, you just start like creating that pause and or as you're saying that space, right? Like you're making it longer. So even if the reaction would come, you just kind of trick your mind. We're all about bypassing the thinking mind and tricking the thinking mind, because that's this little ego that is just creating all these stories that are so scary that we're always in defense mode, and we just dig a hole and we just keep on digging it deeper. So with the act of writing, where as you learn how to go with the rhythm and you just let it it allows you to, like when you're a baby and you just with your mother, you have all the time in the world at that time, right? Like, you don't think about time, and still look, you learn how to walk, you learn so many things. So the idea that we don't have time, it's not that. The time is still the same thing. It's like we need to create space, as you said so beautifully. So it's about really, and one way to again train ourselves to do it is through intuitive writing, because it is not as simple as it looks at the beginning, and because it creates some kind of discipline, and because you start listening to your emotions more, to your body more. So you start evaluating, you become kind of your own doctor, right? Like you get the trigger but then you're aware. So you kind of force yourself to slow down. If you can even write, that would be better. You can write later after it happens. There is no right way to do it. Your way is the unique way. You can use tapping also, any tools that can allow you to just calm down and then go to that page and get the message, because there is always something deeper that is trying to be told, that is trying to that your body is screaming, but nobody's listening. So because we're all about the thinking mind. So I truly believe that when you use this intuitive writing to just calm down, create the space for more stories to come up, for more explanations to come up, you truly find yourself again, and you get an understanding, and you know that you're not alone, because this can be also used to channel your guides, your higher self. So it's such a beautiful tool that you can use to know that you're not alone and that you can create your own beautiful life.
I love that. And of course, you say writing creates that pause, which we talked about, and pause creates choice. So I want to talk about that. And then choice creates freedom. So what do you mean by pause creates choice? Because in that pause, you have the choice to respond in a different way, to receive more awareness or about the situation, experience, etc.
Yes, exactly. I had actually, when I was training myself with intuitive writing and just getting messages from from a collective or from guides, and one of them was about you can stop digging now, which was when I dig a hole. So it was when I dig a hole so deep that I was there. There's always, even there is a choice. You can keep on digging, or you can look for the light and the ladder, or somebody to help you, or a hand that is stretched out to help you. So it's all about, but if you're so busy digging, you don't have time to look or to choose wisely. And you can choose on digging if that's what you're supposed to be doing, and to learn even more. It's all fine. There is no, oh, it's the wrong way. I believe that everything is for a reason. So, if you need to keep on digging a little more, do so. But then after, take that time to pause, to make the choice, and then see, while you're pausing, you can see, well, that choice will take you. And then you can, by choosing to just either heal, either get out of that room if people are annoying you, by making another choice, that's where the freedom comes in, because you're free to choose. Nobody, you have your power back. No one is deciding for you. You're the one making the decision.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So I know we're going to do an embodied automatic writing experience. And so I know that we should be doing it with pen and paper, right?
Yes.
So
Preferably.
I was not smart this morning. So I'm going to invite you to, I'm going to ask invite you all to, if you want to participate in the embodied automatic writing experience, to go grab paper and pen. So this is not something you want to do on your phone. This is not something you want to do on the computer. You want to have paper and pen, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to let you speak about that for a minute while I go get my paper and pen.
Yes.
Okay.
It's yes. If you can, again, you can type. If you're at your computer, you don't have paper and pen, you can do the replay, and you can do while the replay, you can do it again with pen and paper this time. So anything that so my little sessions, I call them right circles, and they're usually spaces like sacred spaces, protected spaces. So all you have to do, you don't have to have experience in writing at all. All you have to do is be open to receive, be curious to just find some new messages, listen to something new, and your willingness to show up. You're already here, so you already showed up. That's beautiful. So all you need is a pen and paper. I usually guide in the right circle. I usually guide with a grounding meditation, a small meditation, depending on the theme of the circle. And then you do the automatic writing while I offer emotional clearing and my ancestral healing modalities that I know. You're free to receive it or not. It's however you choose to do it. And again, there is no wrong way to do it. It's how you feel, because we're deeply here just to listen to the body. So this is part of my body right circle. And then after you've done the writing, you can share if something came up. So for this one, because of time constraint, we'll do it shorter. And then I'll invite you in the chat to write what part of the body. If you already have a part of the body that is hurting or in pain, you can already put it in the chat and try to get a message from that part. Or we wait until I just do a little grounding, very short meditation, just to ground and to really connect to the body and get that part. So whenever you have the part that wants to speak of the body, you just write it in the chat. So when I do the emotional clearing in the background or the energy healing, I can focus on it. And
awesome. Sounds good.
So if you all have, again, if you couldn't get pen and paper, you can write on your computer or on the phone, and then redo the replay with pen and paper if you'd like. So I'll just invite you to all sit. You can sit on your chair, on your couch, on your bed. I invite you to just close your eyes, to take deep breath in and out of your nose. And at the same time, gently tap your heart at the rhythm you see fit. For at least 8 times. So gently tap your heart. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze, however feels comfortable. Let your body feel supported by the chair or the floor or the bed beneath you. And from your heart, imagine a warm golden bubble growing from your heart, surrounding you. It's safe. It's warm. Know that you are protected in there. No one can enter unless you invite them in. And you're just here to observe. Just notice. Now, gently ask your body, which part of me wants to speak today? Do not overthink it. Just the first place that comes to mind is enough. You can take one more breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I'll set the timer for 7 minutes. It's very short, right? And so do not, even if you cannot get a real message, you can always do it again. So I'll leave it for 7 minutes, 11 seconds. Again, start writing. It's automatic writing. You write without stopping. If you don't know what to write, you just add, I don't know what to write. What is going on? What is she saying? You just keep on writing until a message comes, and I'll offer the healing in the background. So I'll put myself on mute because sometimes the sound can be disturbing, but do not, if you see me moving my hands, it's just the healing going on.
People get confused if there's nobody speaking. So we, unfortunately, because it's a live kind of show, we have to constantly have somebody talking.
The sound won't come anyways because of the Zoom audio settings. So sometimes you'll hear me and then stop and hear me, but I'm not putting myself on mute. So let's start.
No, we can't have music because of copyright issues. For all of us on this, all the knowledge and
So you can take a moment to finish your sentence. And then gently put your pen down and place your hand on or near the body part that spoke if it feels safe. You can send it gratitude. You imagine white and golden light soothing that space. And you can say quietly, thank you, body, for speaking with me today. And I thank myself for listening. You take a deep breath. And then you see your golden bubble soften and grow and expand until it dissolves. Its light and sparkles becoming part of you, woven in your energy for the rest of the day. So the healing is still continuing for all of us. So just drink a lot of water. And again, if you feel like writing more, please do so.
Awesome.
And
That was awesome. How's everybody doing? What what awarenesses did you get, if any, if you want to share really quickly with all of us? I'm going to share what I got. And while you guys are getting ready to write in the chat, I was like not expecting this at all, I'll be honest. But I received a whole process for healing. It was very specific, very clear, and the reason for, can I say pain? It's more like stiffness, was also very clear. Because I chose my left knee, I could have chosen other stuff, but that's what I wanted to work on. But it was interesting, and it just flowed, just so easily. It was like That was fun.
I am not surprised because I've been surprised at the beginning too. But then but then yes, it when you set the intention, and especially now that we are in a group, when we do it in a group like this, everybody's intention is just creating this field that is accelerating things, right? So if you can even create little circles where you can do it, right? Like, together, it really helps. So
Yeah. I mean, I am quite intuitive as well, so that helps. But I'm
yes.
also like, I was willing to receive, right? So whatever the information was going to be, I was willing to receive, and I kept asking questions, right? So, like, what does my left knee want to tell me? And then I asked, and then I got an answer. Why is there a blockage? And I can't read my own writing, but
Yes,
but
that
I kept
happens too.
but at the beginning, I was just asking questions of the knee and writing it down. And then after a few questions, then it just flowed. Right. So that was great.
Yes, and trust in the process. Just that's a small tweak. You just trust the process. You're open to receive, even if you can just to trick your mind, do it as a game, and then be surprised and say, "Oh, it works." So it's really helpful.
Yeah, and that was, very quick, and, like I think 5, 7 minutes, whatever, as well. So, and of course, just before, because we're talking a little bit about physical stuff, neither I nor Dr. Safiya are medical practitioners, so we are doing energy healing. This is for information purposes and our own experiences of what we are, you know, experiencing in this moment. So, this is just a disclaimer for YouTube land. Okay. So if you do have anything physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, please see a practitioner for support, and all these things that we share on this show can complement for sure. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that was fun. That was interesting. Very easy. Um, Rhonda said that was so amazing. My shoulder had a lot to say. The part that stood out to me most. Oops, hold on. What stood out to me most was the message, why are you so content with suffering, surviving, and struggle? Oh, interesting. We may have given some of this to you, yet you continue to make the conscious choice to suffer out of fear, grief, and loss. Ah, interesting.
If
Awesome.
I if
And how did
I
that make you feel?
if I may, with Rhonda, she did say her right shoulder. So sometimes I get some visions in the quantum field, and it was like a big rock boulder that was there, but then some, it was just like really like pushing on the shoulder, and it just got lifted. So just by the awareness, so it
Yeah.
helps, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And Tina says, I have 2 pages of writing. Oh, goodness. I only got half a page. Good job, Tina. I will have to go over. It's hard to read some of it. Yeah, I know. I know when I do automatic writing, it takes time for me to read it because it's in cursive and not always legible, right? And I feel like, yeah, mine too. It's like not very clean, but it's like, I think I got it mostly. So good job.
Yes.
Awesome.
Sometimes the message get meanings later, another time, whenever you read it again and you're like, oh, that's what it meant. And sometimes it's just releasing the emotion. So if you really don't feel like reading it again, it's out there, you poured it out, you can just dispose of it safely. You can either burn it safely or bury it or flush it. Basically, just use the elements to let it go and release it. And you can even have a little ritual or ceremony where you really see all these packages, all these old stories going away, making rooms for new stories and the new identity.
Yeah, awesome. Tina said basically that I'm very capable, absolutely, and not alone on this journey I am on, for sure, is some of what I got. Awesome. That's good because you were definitely capable. You're definitely not alone on this journey. So it's good confirmation and validation for you. So that's great. Wonderful. Awesome. All right. So was there anything else that we wanted to do? I know before we do some mini oracle card readings.
That was the what I had prepared for. We can do some
Awesome.
Q&A or
Yeah. So let me just let's just talk about the packages quickly, and then we'll come back and do the oracle card readings. I think Tina has her hand raised for that, and I think B also has her hand raised for that. Could be wrong, but that's what I think. So I'm going to share my screen. People are already starting to raise their hands to get the, the mini oracle card readings. So you should be able to see my screen. So Dr.Safiya has two packages, package A and B. So I'm going to let you explain and share a little bit about package A first.
Yes. So during it's starting in March, and it's every Saturday we meet for an hour where we do right circles. Basically, it's more expanded than what we've done in this short time. The first one is body rights, where we listen to the body again, and so you can release even more stored tensions and feel lighter. The second one, the second week, is tangled truth, and it's basically listening to the hair and connecting to the ancestry, the identity, the inherited stories, and so you can understand what you've been carrying that may not even be yours. I also offer the energy healing, and at the end, it's usually a small group where I can offer the visions and the images and the messages that I receive from the quantum field for individual people when I do the clearing. And the third week is the right to forgive yourself using forgiveness practices so you can create more abundance, more clarity, and more wealth in your life. And the right cards, it's a fun one. It's basically I pull a card for you and you get a message from it, an intuitive message from it, so you can strengthen your intuition and really leave knowing that you're not by yourself, that you can receive these messages anytime, however you feel like.
Awesome. So that's package A, and that's for 111. And there, of course, there's a payment plan available. And if you are an Inner Circle member, please use your gift code. So again, that's 4 Saturdays in March. So starting on March 7th, March 14th, March 21st, and March 28th. And then package B is totally different. So package B, what do we have here?
So package B is really the deeper dive. It's to create the new identity journey. It's 7 weeks and it's 2 classes per week. We meet on Mondays and Fridays. Mondays are for the clearing, the alignment, the right circles for each chakra. And on Friday we come back to see what changed. We just make it really stick, and we get more Q&A and one-on-one interaction and more support from me. So it's limited to 10 people, and it has bonuses. It includes also a 60-minute one-on-one session with me and the self-paced Right Circle program. And basically it's the 7 chakra journey. We start at the root for the first week, where we open the root, and it's all about safety and belongings, about really finding yourself, finding your inner home, feeling at home. We clear the hidden narratives, so you can feel really grounded again. And on Friday for that week, we look at what came up, and we help settle and lock it in. And then the second week, the same. It's for the sacral chakra, which is desire and emotional truth, and so it's about really you finding your true desire, your emotional truth, and what you want that's actually yours, not comparing yourself to someone else's life. So really honing on that. And then we activate on Friday that week, we activate. So you start making decision and taking action from your own truth. The third week is solar plexus, which is all about power and self-worth. It's about reclaiming your lost power. And in there we have a big support week, because it is intensive. So as we know, there is breakdowns before breakthroughs, but we catch what's coming up, we support you through it, and then you make clearer decisions. Then it's the heart chakra with the love and grief. And it's when we start on Friday, we start opening for creation, to keep integrating what's shifting, and you can already feel the change in your everyday life. Then the next week is the throat chakra with voice and expression. And on that Friday, there is also, you can start already defending your truth, speaking yourself, speaking your voice with our community, and feeling safe to do it before doing it out in the world. Then is the third eye with the intuition, honing your intuition, really a practice to receive more, to become more intuitive. And so you can feel more connected to your inner knowing and the connecting to a bigger collective. And at the end is the crown, which is about we own the purpose and spiritual alignment. And you know that you're open to something bigger. Remember that you're connected, that you're not here alone, and it just creates this new you. And you're just revealing the new identity that allows you to go with more clarity in life, more powerful, and just open to receive more, abundance, more wealth, more clarity, more happiness, and more joy. And this is
awesome. So that's package B, and that's $396. And of course, that is also it has a payment plan. And if you are an Inner Circle member, please use your gift code. There's some wonderful testimonials and feedback from folks who have worked with Dr.Safiya, so please check those out. And again, package A, 111, package B, 396. Package A starts March 7th. When does package B, the Rewrite the Wheels series, start?
It's in April 6th.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So please do check those out as well. So wonderful packages, wonderful to work with Dr.Safiya. If you've never worked with her before, you can start with package A, or you can jump in and choose package B, because in it you get the bonus of a 60-minute private session, as well as a bonus self-paced Right Circle program as well. So wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, let me see where we are. And Susan says the classes are amazing and a private session with Dr.Safiya is priceless. Oh, thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you.
All right, so we have lots of people with their hands raised for a oracle card reading. So what deck are you going to be using?
Yes.
And what are the guidelines?
So it's the Divine Feminine, right? Like, by Megan Waters. So it's basically, it has a message.
Yeah, I think I had that deck, or I have it. I'm not sure anymore, because when I moved, I had to get rid of so much. But let me see. So I'm not sure if I still have it. I'll have to check. All right, so the guidelines, always, please do not say nothing vague. Have a specific question in mind. That is the best way for it to be transformational for you and helpful for everybody, okay? So is there anything else you need to know, Dr.Safiya?
No, just if they can state their name at the beginning, and then I'll just pull a card.
Yeah. And so we're going to start with B. I'm not sure. Let's see B if it works today. Go ahead. Nope. Can't hear you. Kind of.
I'm here.
Well, I know you're here, but I definitely cannot hear you. So if you want to just type your name in the chat, that way Dr.Safiya can tune into you. Because we can't hear you. Barbara. Okay. And what is your specific question? Everybody raises their hands for a reason. And it's not just, what do the cards say for me? Because that is not a question. So type your question in the chat, okay? Because unfortunately we can't hear you, Barbara, okay? Okay. I can't even, I think I kind of know, but she wants to know if she should be friends with a man that she speaks with now, or be more at long distance. Oh, so she should be with him physically, or long distance. I think that's what you're saying.
So I will. I'm pulling a card, but also, what is your body saying? Because that's so you can already do some intuitive. You know that you have a tool that you can use, and I'll pull a card to see what message they have. So you got Bridget. So we'll see how it relates to your question. The goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. So what I feel is that, again, listen to your body to see if that's what you truly desire. Because you're asking the question, I feel that you would have a chance, that you would like a chance for it, but just don't forget yourself into this relationship, right? Just know your power, know your flame, know that you can attract other people. Just try to see what is good for you in this situation before just thinking again with your thinking mind, or just feeling that this is comfortable, I like it this way. Just give yourself a chance to leave the comfortable, and even if you're uncomfortable for a little bit, you might get something bigger after. But again, the answer is in you. I feel that you would like to, but just don't sell yourself short. Like, just trust that you can attract the best relationship that you can. You are worthy of it. Just know that. So that's
awesome.
what
Thank you. Yeah. All right, Tina, what's your question? Make it brief.
It is.
Make it succinct. Make it
Wanting
clear.
to know what make yeah, now I got all tongue tied. On my healing journey, what is their wisdom to come on this healing journey that I'm on right now with my arm and my body?
That's vague, but okay.
Well,
because we're all on a healing journey. Every
okay,
single one
well,
of us is on some sort of healing journey.
To heal what's growing on my arm is.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Well, what message did you get? Did you get any message about your the lump on your arm during the intuitive writing?
That I'm on the right path, and that what I'm doing, and trust in myself, and the things that I'm doing, and don't, that this is my path and not necessarily what others, and don't be in the fear
Okay.
of this journey.
So you got Lilith, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. So know that you can create the life that you want. This is a message. I feel that there is a message in that lump that you don't want there, but it's just about other things that happen in your life that you don't really want, but they're there for a reason. They're there to teach you something. So it's just about really, whenever you feel that you don't want something, just voice it, just say it, declare to the universe that's not what you're looking for. You just give it a universal no. So it goes away. Like, the power is in you, and you can choose, like, instead of just feeling a victim that, oh, this happens to me. And then we do say, oh, it happens for a reason. And then sometimes we let things happen just because we play the victim and say, oh, it happens for a reason. So I feel that in this case, you have to just take your power back and say, no, that's not the truth. That's not the path I'm choosing to go for. I'm choosing to heal, to be whole and complete and fulfilled and live my best life. And this is the first step, by saying no to what you don't want. That's how I feel.
Yep, validation from everything that I've been feeling ever since I went to the doctors. Like, I went from the victim to well, not necessarily victim, but creating it, to now that I'm going to uncreate what I created. So, yep, thank you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Tina. All right, Patricia. Pat. I think it's probably Pat.
Yes.
Yes. What's your question, Pat?
How I can receive more guidance with the divine feminine in my daily life.
Oh, so you got Joan of Arc.
Oh, wonderful.
The warrior of light.
Yes, I'm very connected to Joan of Arc. Yes.
Oh, yes. I have a still like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. So what I feel is that the divine feminine, we can see it as, oh, the receiving one, the weak one, the quiet one, and it's not that. Like, the divine feminine is completing the divine masculine, and it's just as strong. So you just have to, by being softer, you're not being weaker. You're actually, by being more empathetic, by having more empathy and compassion, it's still, that's what I believe led Joan of Arc to do all the amazing things that she did, right? Even if, well, she got put down at the end, but she did do it from the heart. So I feel that that's the divine feminine for you is like, will show up in what, from the messages that you get from your heart. So if you can do the intuitive writing, use it for that. And so it can guide you. But again, you're a warrior of light, So it's all about balancing the two, but knowing that one is not a weakness, that you need both.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Pat. All right, we're going to go to, let me see, hold on. Where am I? Sarah, you want to unmute?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your question, Sarah?
My question is, it's about decluttering. I even had a dream last night about being on a trip and I just couldn't seem to get packed up to leave. And I need to declutter. My kids are coming home to visit and I have to clear things away, but I really feel like I've got a block on it. Any insight?
So it's about decluttering the house, right? There was some, yes. Let me see. House for you.
I can't hear anything. I see your lips moving.
Oh, so you got Isis. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, now I
Yes,
can.
yes. I was just pulling the card. So you got Isis, the goddess of magic. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. So I got just a message just to try to make it fun, because it feels like a core, because of, again, the story that we tell ourselves. It has been something that is like an embodied story, that is just, the clutter is safe. I need all the things. I cannot survive without all my things. They're all here. They're important. They remind me of good times. And it feels like that Isis is telling you just to use some of the magic that she can help you with, if you call on her, if you believe in that, and just make it, again, try in baby steps. Don't try to declutter all at once. That's just a recipe to not do anything, speaking from experience. So it just, every time, just by going, like, you just pass through, you just take little by little. You have one drawer at a time. You do this drawer, then you do that. Even if it takes a little bit longer than you wanted, it's all right. Just take your time and know that the magic is in you, that you can declutter that space. You don't have to force yourself. You can do it with pleasure. So, but that's the story that you have to tell yourself. So just baby steps.
Okay, thanks. It occurred to me I could put on some really fun music and do
yes,
that.
And again, please make sure that you do, if you set for one drawer and you finished, even if you want to do more, don't. Celebrate, say I did it, and then go back to it later.
Okay, it's partially because of my books and my musical instruments and my art supplies. Just so much, and my grandchildren's toys. It's just, I don't know what I would get rid of, but thank you. I will use that.
I feel you. I was, but I know that I felt better on the other side when it was clear. So.
I know I would. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Sometimes you need to be ruthless. Like when I was coming here back from Austria, I had to be ruthless. I had to throw out everything because I only had 2 suitcases. So, it forces you sometimes. All right, Tanya, you want to unmute? That is hard.
I praise you, because I wouldn't be able to move with 2 suitcases. It would be 5 at least.
Yeah.
So
what's your question, Tanya?
Yeah, my question is the same. I would like just a message from Divine Feminine for my further ascension, and my
That's too vague. That's too vague. Something specific. Too vague. Something specific.
Yeah, okay. Just what will help me to move forward. That's all. Question to the Divine Feminine.
move forward in what area of your life?
In my reaching my spiritual goals, I would say. It's my
All right.
spiritual goals now that are important to me.
Okay, awesome.
And yeah, I got Kali. So the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am.
Okay, yes. Okay.
And again, if you don't know what the answer, I really, you can get a picture of Kali and really connect to her. And because she is ruthless, so at
No,
times
I know the answer.
when needed,
I have been receiving this kind of answer for quite some time. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So you're receiving the answers, you're receiving the messages, but you're not taking action on it.
To let go. Well, I think I do. I think I'm trying to let go of things that don't serve me anymore, but sometimes it's not easy. And yes.
Again, the same message is for all of us, just baby steps. Trying to get rid of it, like Kali, like just cut. We're not there yet. We just take it very slowly. And every day, every time you see yourself shifting, every shift you celebrate. Every shift you celebrate, because it's you going towards who you are becoming, and it's worthy of celebration. So please be kind to yourself and just be proud of yourself when you do it.
Thank you very much. I just don't want to do self-criticize like I usually do, so I will take it slowly.
Yes, and write to get some guidance if you need it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you,
and if
Lara.
we go into self-criticism, bring in compassion. If you go into judgment, self-criticism, just bring in compassion for yourself, because it's a journey, right? You're on a journey. All right, Asha, you want to unmute?
Hi, Shefali. Hi, Safiya.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. My name is Asha, and my question is, what guidance with my assigned spirit guide team and my angels provide to me to connect and hear from them more and more clearly?
So there's an assumption that you're not hearing from them and that you're not connecting with them, right?
Well,
because when you have that question, it means a part of you feels like you're not connecting enough, or you're not getting enough messages, right?
I want the connection, at least from my end, to just have them connect with me where I know it's them and I'm hearing from them often. So essentially, yeah, I would say so.
Okay, you also got Joan of Arc, and you know that she was listening, and she was having a blind trust in whatever they were telling her. So the warrior of light, I have a still faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. So they trust in you, and what you have to do is trust in yourself. And it's wonderful that you've just been into a small automatic writing session, because you can do that to connect instead of just staying and seeing, in your mind, you have this story that is about how you would listen to them, how you would know that you're listening to them. So if you just let this story rest and you bypass the thinking mind and you go with intuitive writing and ask them directly, right? How am I going to listen to you? And it starts little by little. So now I can hear it without doing the writing. But at first, I really needed something with my body, with my mind that proved to me that it was working, even if I didn't need that, but I didn't know. So just to reach this level of faith and listening, you just have to, again, small step, but do it with the writing. I feel that you're just judging yourself too much. So if you can try to not judge yourself that much, because I think you are already, we're all intuitive. You have this knot in the belly, that's intuition. You have this throat, like, you know, going like just feeling like you cannot speak when you're meeting somebody, that's intuition. You're already intuitive. All you need to do now is decode those messages. So it's already in you, like it was in Joan of Arc too. And just, you know, or you can even ask her, so how did you believe in yourself? And then just through the writing, when you read a message that you know is not coming from your thinking mind, that's where your trust is building. And that's when you're gonna start like trusting yourself, trusting the process more. And then you'll have conversation with them and you'll know better. It will change. But to start, I would advise you to just use this tool.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Asha. All right,
Thanks.
we're going to go to Rhonda. Hello. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi.
Oh, Rhonda, we can't hear you. Nope, we can't hear you, Rhonda. If you want to type your question in the chat, you're muted now, but if you want to try unmuting again. Nope, we can't hear you. So if you just want to type your question in the chat, Rhonda, that would be great. So we got your name, Rhonda. No, let me check the chat. Rhonda says, what would it take for me to feel safe in my body without needing weight as protection? Oh, great question.
Oh, okay.
What would it take for me to feel safe in my body without needing weight as protection? Oh, Rhonda, not Wanda. Is it the same person? I don't know, but it's Rhonda.
Oh, Rhonda. Oh, yes. No, Rhonda is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So you got Rhonda. You got
Yeah.
Ariadne.
Ariane.
Oh, Ariane. Yes, yes. The Mistress of the Labyrinth. Okay, I didn't know this. You know it in English. My soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. So it feels like because of the weight of protection. So it in this case, it feels like you have to go back to the origin. Like why would you need protection? And you have to, and it looks like you would need to rewrite that story, detangle that, and everything else would fall out with like, you know, by just hitting the origin point, going to that 0 point where it all started. You can do it with intuitive writing, with any modality, with tapping. If you do tapping, like just to go back to, instead of trying to fix it now, however, like it has to go back to the origin point, to the labyrinth, you know, when you have this, you don't know, you're just turning in the labyrinth, you need to find that the middle of it, right? Like, you know, and then and from there unravel it. I see it as a domino, like, you know, going down around, and then as soon as you're in the center and you just push all the dominoes out, they all fall, they all go. So feel that's where instead of just trying to figure out a way to just get better now, here and there, it feels like you really need to go, why do you need protection? If it's either an inherited story or a lived story, just to go back to that origin and heal it.
Awesome. Yeah, that resonates deeply, she says. Awesome. Good. I'm glad that was helpful, Rhonda. Awesome. Good. I'm just thinking, do I have a question? No, I'm good.
Okay.
Because I follow my own rule too, right? You can't just have a general reading, you have to have a specific question. So I was like, okay, no, I don't have a specific question, so I'm good. That is funny. It is so funny. I'm so funny, even with myself. All right, that was beautiful. Thank you. How is
Thank
everybody
you.
feeling? I'm really happy with the message that I received in my intuitive writing, and I'm definitely going to be putting it into practice. The process that I got, I'm definitely going to be putting that into practice for myself, and I will all obviously include it in my healing calls as well. So you will notice it then. So this was great, Safiya. I loved it.
Well, thank you for having me. I loved it too. So much fun.
Absolutely. So any last words of wisdom for us before we go today?
The answer is in you. So, you don't have to go looking out for answers. Now it's time to really go deep inside, listen to your own story and rewrite it, because you have the power. You are your own creator. So
Yes, absolutely. And of course, the wonderful intuitive writing process that we did. Of course, if you can always go back and watch and listen to this call again and do it again. You can choose a different body part if you want as well. Could we also use that process that we just did? Like, like for example, Asha was talking about wanting to talk to her guide. So can we go back and do that writing process for
of
that as
course,
well?
I thought I mentioned it. Yes, definitely. This is how you connect at first with your higher self, with the guides, with the collective. I use it with the planets, with the elements, with the trees. It's really at the beginning when the intuition is still honing. You're not sure if it's your own voice that you're listening to. It's really very, very powerful. And you can need an answer.
And the unicorns, yes.
Yes. And
Jennifer
Jennifer,
says,
the unicorn, yes.
and the unicorns.
Yes.
Awesome. And Wanda says, love the writing exercise. Thank you. We'll be practicing that process more. Awesome. Good, good, good. And thank you, everybody, for all your questions, comments, feedback, getting the oracle card readings, because sometimes the information that's there is for everybody as well, right? It's not just for the person who asked the question or whose card got pulled. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes,
right.
definitely.
And please take advantage of the special offers as well, the packages. Package A starts March 6th, I think it was. It's 4 weeks. And then package B, it starts in April. But of course, if they want to get the private session with you, they don't have to wait till April, right? They can get that anytime.
Yes, it's better at the end to have an action plan, but it's all fine. They can take it whenever they need it.
Awesome. Awesome. So please do check out the special offer page again as well. So I will have the recordings out in a little while, so stay tuned for that. We will not be having a call tomorrow. I booked it off because I was supposed to pick up my parents from the airport, but there's a storm coming, so who knows what's happening. So we will see you all on Thursday, hopefully. Same time, same place, right? So thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, Safiya, for being here with us. What days do you meet? Are you talking about the package A or package B?
For package A, it's Saturdays. And
when is my show? Oh, the next one is on Thursday. We usually have the shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes, other days as well, but definitely Tuesdays and Thursdays. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all so much love and blessings. Bye for now. Have a great afternoon, evening. If you're going to get a storm tomorrow, stay safe. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.